A little bit nervous because this is the first time I've ever played in Europe, and will be the first and only time for quite some time. And I got sick like 2 days ago, like super sick, and I couldn't even hear the sound of my own voice when I arrived in Amsterdam yesterday. And you don't understand how comforting it is to know that Emma's going to be here for the whole show. And I can just be like, whenever I'm feeling a little bit below my stand, I can just be like, what's she doing? And it'll still be a fun show. It'll be great. Thank you, Emma.
Put her in front and let her dance.
Yeah, I'll just call her.
She can do a dance routine whilst we sing. She's very good at that. Yeah.
Yeah. You're welcome. Interpretive.
Yeah.
Which is your favourite?
Yeah, she's really into the candy.
All of them. All of them. So, when I was 12 years old, I had a really good-looking girlfriend, and she didn't go to my school. Yeah, it wasn't back. It wasn't. No.
You got one now too. So.
Yeah.
So
just things have turned out well.
Yeah.
But it was looking a little glum there for a while. So she didn't go to my school either, which meant I had like extra cool points because it was like, have you seen Broni's girlfriend? Yeah, and she doesn't even go here. Like I was cool because I had this girlfriend. But then this other girl who I went to school with, and I'd had a crush on her for years, she came over to me and she's like, oh, I've actually decided that I like you now. And I was just in the playground going, this is ridiculous, I'm spoilt. Okay, I'll go home, I'll do the right thing, I'll get my best friend to break up with my girlfriend for me over the phone, because that's the right thing to do. And then I'll come back to school the next day and we can be together. Life will be great. So I go home and my best friend calls my girlfriend and he's like, yeah, Broni doesn't want to go out with you anymore. And she's like, well, why didn't he tell me himself? And it was very awkward. And then I went to school the next day and I was like, Natasha, guess what? I'm single again. And she said, guess what? I was only kidding yesterday. And so I was devastated because now I'm girlfriendless. And I went home and I wrote the best love letter you would have ever read. And I wish I could remember what it said. But I remember writing it thinking, I have a way with words right now, I'm killing it. And so I wrote this really long letter for her. And I walked down to the milk bar all proud thinking, I'm going to get her back here, I'm going to post this to her and I'm going to get her back. I put it in the post box. And then I went home and I waited and I waited and I waited. And I kept waiting for her to respond.
Still waiting.
Yeah, and then I was turning 18 and I was,
Still waiting.
Yeah, I was still waiting at 18. And I printed out my 18th birthday invitations and I put one in an envelope and I closed the envelope and I put a stamp on it. And as I put the stamp on it, I was like, oh, I didn't stamp that letter. That's what happened.
Sure, that's what happened.
It's definitely what happened. So this song is, I wrote this song to say kind of, respect what you have when you have it. Take heed of what you've got. Don't let your best friend break up with it. Just notice your surroundings and realise how lucky you are before you get rid of it. So this is called To Get Her Together, and it's a song off my album, which, have you played it for anyone, Marika?
For ourselves?
I sent it over for promotion, but... No, I didn't. Alright, so this is, her name was Melanie. She's pregnant and married. So, Facebook told me that. I learned a lesson at 12 years old. Stamp your letters, 'cause I wrote one to get her, so that we'd be together forever. Or at least till 13. But she didn't receive it, and I can't believe that I didn't realize for 6 whole years that lesson led me here. And life's good, and love can't be touched by a sign of affection. It's a type of infection that needs more attention. And I can't rely on useless ambition. I can't make decisions, and upon more revision, one thing I've learned this year: life's good with you here. Life's good with you here. Life's good with you here. Oh, whoa. 'Cause your eyes, they are perfect, and I don't deserve it. The way you say my name, it's the best way I've heard it. A lesson at 16 was don't make your own nickname, and don't use it as your pseudonym, or use it to reel them in. 'Cause the girls weren't impressed. I spent years being stressed, but those years, they have shaped how I dress. And life's good, and love can't be touched by a sign of affection. It's a type of infection that needs your attention. And I can't rely on useless ambition. I can't make decisions, and upon more revision, one thing I've learned this year: life's good with you here in my arms. I know, I'm not even slightly alarmed. I know, I just know. Whoa, whoa. Love, and love can't be touched by a sign of affection. It's a type of infection that needs your attention. Life's good with you here.